Hi, everyone. This is an introduction to my channel. My name is Susan Miazga. I am a registered social worker with the College of Social Workers here in Manitoba. Um, and I'd like to speak to the Manitoba justice system and the Manitoba family system in general. Um, I've recently gone through a custody case where my rights as a Canadian citizen were ignored, violated, and I was discriminated against. Um, as a result, I have not seen my kids in 53 days as of today. And I owe so much money to my ex that it's not even worth me working at this point. Um, So I guess the best thing I can do is to explain first the system as I understand it. Now, Section 91 of the Canadian Constitution talks about different legislative rights, what's federal, what's provincial, as far as what federal has jurisdiction over and what provincial has jurisdiction over. Um, Divorce and marriage and family, from my understanding, fall under federal jurisdiction. Now, oddly enough, all the courts that hear family matters are under the King of Courts bench, which is the highest provincial court, from my understanding, in the provinces. Um, but it's a federal judge or justice who hears the cases, which really is quite confusing because it's heard in a provincial court under federal jurisdiction, heard by a federal judge. So there's quite a bit of crossover. So recently, I put in an app. I put in I guess, a claim against the federal government for what I've been going through with the custody battle. Um, and it's interesting because the federal court, from my understanding, is pretty much saying, well, this isn't our problem, it's out of our jurisdiction, or at least they're not claiming responsibility for it. The provincial court isn't claiming responsibility for it either, which then leads to the question, well, are these justices and judges just arbitrarily making their own rules and decisions? Do they not have to follow Canadian laws? Are laws and um, legislation that this country was founded on meaningless? These are all questions that I'm going to be discussing in um, my channel. Again, I am a registered social worker with the Manitoba College of Social Workers. I presently work as an anti human trafficking coordinator, and I've been denied my rights, access to my children for the last 53 days. I wasn't able to celebrate my son's 7th birthday with him. I wasn't able to do Christmas activities with them. I've been denied simple things like report cards, um, school photos, and these things, access to doctor's appointments. These things all um, our parents our parents are right, and they have been denied to me. Now, I mentioned I'm a social worker a couple times. I'm presently working with children and youth in crisis situations on a daily basis, but the courts have decided that I need supervised visits for my own children, and I'm only allowed to see my children for 6 hours a week. This is not okay. And there's no justification, there's no rationale behind it. It was just an arbitrary decision. And it's interesting because when the trial happened, I was on Legal Aid Manitoba at the time. I had taken a year off work because of the stressors surrounding the custody battle. And so I hadn't been working. Legal Aid said that they couldn't find me a lawyer. And um, and so Justice Peterson said that, well, if I don't have a lawyer, that I need to self-represent. But being a client of Legal Aid, what that means is my rights were denied to me. Under the Canadian Constitution, no person is supposed to be discriminated against based on religion, race, or financial status. If you're a client of Legal Aid or some sort of program that um, is in place to create equality within the court system, and that is being, well, you're a client of that organization or agency, those services are being denied to you and those trials go ahead, that is discrimination. The Manitoba court system discriminated against me, a lower income individual, by going forward with that trial. Now, in the next few videos, I will be talking about the implications of the order, what it involves, and how it is impacting me and my children.